Okay, we're going to start now. Period 7, or this is 8, isn't it? 8. Let's make sure this is pretty clear so Casa can understand this, okay? And I'm losing my voice, so I don't want to talk too loud. 6.9, okay? I told you there's quite a bit of lessons in Chapter 6. We're only on 9. I'm anticipating going up to 12, depending on how I want to break this down. Solving by factoring. If you have not written that on your notebook right now, make sure you do so. Solving by factoring. Up to this point, we've been factoring, right? But have we been really solving anything? No. So what does it mean to solve something? To get one number, I like that. To get an answer of some sort, right? The answer is the solving. Let me start off real easy on this particular sheet and just go ahead and do this. Let's pretend I have a problem like this. This is where last class got, oh, this is so easy. I hope it's easy. Because if this is not easy, you're not in the right class. Okay? What would x be? We all in agreement there? Let me ask you this question now. Nice. Put it in your mouth. Now I gotta pause the video. All right, x times y. What's x and what's y? Ooh, wait. I like what Noah just said. What?
1 has to be an actual number.
Not necessarily true, but kinda. We'll come back to that in a second. If I told you that x is equal to 0, what is y?
Infinity. Something else. Anything.
What, Bobby?
Infinity.
Why infinity?
Because anything multiplied by 0 is 0.
Now, infinity technically is not the right answer. You should probably say all numbers. Now, let's camp on that notion or that idea first. We're saying that so long as one of the things being multiplied is 0, the other one can be what?
Anything.
Let's flip the logic around. Okay? I'm doing undo as fast as I can. What if y is equal to 0? Okay. So to be honest with you, we don't really care at all what the other one is, so long as one of them is. Remember that. So long as one of them is equal to
0.
We're in business. Got it? All right. So let's see what happens when we look at these problems. I'm going to look at number 1 and only number 1 right now. I gave you the answer already. Tell me or describe what you see there, Kramer. When you see the problem, it says, what are the solutions of the equation 2x plus 3 times x minus 1 is equal to 0? And the answer is negative 1.5 comma 1. Again, we're going to go the inverse way. We'll look at the answer and we'll try to make sense of it. You have a guess by chance? You're one of my more sharper persons in the beginning. But not today. That's okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to pick on you. Normally I get... Yeah. Lynch! You're another one.
Well, see the 3 divided by 2 equals 1.5, and 1 divided by 1 equals 1.
Ooh, I like that. 1 divided by 1?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now...
I don't know how they got negative.
Remember when we had the... Oops. Remember when we talked about it and we said that if we have x times y, it equals 0. What if I said the x is represented by one binomial, and the y is represented by the other binomial? What did we say before again? So long as one of them is equal to 0, we're okay. So what could be one of the answers? Farness? Okay, so you look focused on that one. That's the easy one, right? Now, what would that be?
0. Oh, I get it.
Wouldn't be 0. What would x be?
1.
No. Okay. In this particular portion right here, x has to be equal to 1 for it to work. Now, how did I get that? Okay, Robles, say that more coherently.
Because 1 minus 1 is 0.
Good. If I put 1 in for where the x is, I would know that it equals 0. Then, if I went ahead and kind of erased a bit, erase that. If that was 1, this would be 0. Do we care what this is?
No.
We don't care. It's not going to be 0. But this would be some number and be multiplied by 0. And would it equal 0?
Yes.
Mission accomplished. We're done with that one section. But the problem shows how many answers, ladies and gents? 2. So how do we get negative 1.5? Do you have a guess?
I think so.
Okay, again, I don't expect you to know this. This is just kind of brainstorming. Okay? Go for it, Caroline, because we have 2 backups.
Maybe if you use the other binomial.
Okay, good. That binomial is going to dictate that answer. The question is how. You want to help that? Help her? Rules, what do we got?
Because 2 times negative 1.5 is a negative 3. And
Good.
negative 3 plus 3 is 0.
She knew in her head that technically that would get us a 0. Correct? So technically the answers for number 1 is negative 1.5 comma and 1. Okay? I'm not going to focus on 2 and 3 right now. I'm going to move on. We good so far, ladies and gents? All right. You're going to read through that if you want to, but it's not. The very first problem, the same kind of idea. Okay? We need to get it, the answers, so that it's equal to 0. So the question is, what could t be? I'm actually going to have you guys explain your thinking, and then I'll kind of show you the work as far as how I want you to be doing it. Again, so the beginning portion right now, it doesn't have to make too much sense. Just try your best to explain it, and I'll bring us together in a bit. Does anyone want to tell us how they got any of the answers? Let's try. Some brave souls. Let's go, Calabrese. You can walk up there and write on the board to show us. Be teacher Calabrese. If there is no wrong, actually there is.
Yeah. So first I took the t minus 2, I basically followed the example, which equals 0.
Ah.
So I knew that 2 minus 2 equals 0. So then I did 2 equals 2. If you do 2 minus 2, then...
You're mumbling now. Talk out loud.
Okay.
That's 1. That it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
The other part.
What do you mean the other part, Rox? You got that one?
4t plus 4.
Okay, come on up. Be here equals ness. Yes. That's not a word. Help out.
I'm not good at explaining when it comes to
Yes, you are. Robles, what's up?
Does it matter which way you present the answer? Like flip?
Good question. Robles, while Rocky's writing this down, does it matter what answer you present first? The answer is no. This class did a lot better than the other one.
Is
Okay?
that? Well, the way I do it is I subtract 1 from here and add. No, sorry. I subtract 1 from here,
Rocky's stealing my thunder. I was going to show you that, but she's doing a good job.
which is 4t is equal to negative 1. Then I just divide it by 4, which t is equal to negative 1/4.
Brilliant. Okay, so final conclusion. Answer is t is equal to 2 and, or, I should say a better word, negative 1/4, or negative 0.25. Mr. Query, what's up?
I just did this on a graphing calculator app, and the solutions are actually the roots.
Very good. Now, some people don't realize we are going to, and Query made a very keen observation. I taught you factoring, we drilled and killed you, didn't we? It should be instinctual how to do that. That's going to come back around this lesson. We also talked about roots and graphing them. These are roots, guys. Everything that you've been learning for the past month is coming together into one. We taught you different skills, just like sports. Teach you how to dribble with your left, dribble with your right. Teach you how to jump shoot, develop a jump shot, I should say, lay up, and cut and set screens, and then you put it all together in the game.
Back to graphics.
I'm not going to make you do that. I'm not that mean yet.
Yeah, that means eventually we will.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait, which uses or like in high school? Wait, I don't know.
Okay, let me this equation. And Rocky did a fantastic job. Thank you, Rocky. Oh, wait. Just like last class. I'm going to split it. I know that there's one answer with one binomial and another answer with the other binomial. So what Rocky did was he basically made an equation. It's 4t, and I would like this in your notes, ladies and gents. I don't care if you understand it. You don't understand it. It's going to go in your notes. Because some of you guys have short-term memory, and I want it written down. And the other equation is t minus 2 is equal to 0. You're basically simplifying this equation to making... These are two-step equations, or one step for one of them, actually. And you solve for t. That's it. The first one, subtract 1 from both sides. Then we get 4t is equal to negative 4. And I apologize, negative 1. And then you divide both sides by 4, and then you get negative 1/4. Isn't that what Rocky did anyways? Okay. You guys did a great job. It's just simply we have to kind of put the ideas together. And over here, you add 2 to both sides. And it's important to understand that it's an or answer. Okay? It's either or. Actually, it could be an and. Before we go on, is it absolutely clear you understand how we solve this?
Yes.
And why as well? Okay? Query what he was saying before. If we were to graph something like this, I'm not saying this is the actual graph. The roots, actually, they'd be wrong. It would be, if it was to simulate this, it'd be more like this, right? The roots would be where it hits the x-axis. That's what you're solving right now. When y is equal to 0, x is equal to 2 and negative 0.25. Don't worry about that yet. We're not going to get that far.
This year we know?
No. This lesson. Okay. Real quickly, I want you to solve these 4. All right, so you guys got the right answers. Good job. If it's exact, it's fine. All right, this is the part that's spicing it up a little bit. I'm going to go to this right now.
We have to do it stuff.
Now, first off, the bad way of getting this, but it's still a way. No, don't start yet, okay, guys? Is you could take each one of these coordinates and plug it into the equation, and if it equals 0, then hey, you're done, right? You could do that, okay? If you're ever stuck on a test and you forgot, just do that. However, we're not stuck on a test, therefore you're not doing it right now. We're going to solve it the way we did before. Wait a minute. How can we do that? Sarah, what? Good. So she said the magical words. You have to factor this. Do it. For those that are confused, it's been what I've been telling you to do for the past week and a half. The cross method, factor by grouping, do whatever you need to do, factor the bad boy out. What?
Anthony's getting tired of CC too.
Okay. You know I'm recording this right now, right? Going on record. All right. Who has my binomials? Who has my binomials? Let's go with... I haven't heard from you, Francesco. I know you got it. X. Good. And that is equal to what? Okay, so which letter is my answer? Be careful. Shh. I hear a lot of people saying A and a lot of people saying D.
It's A.
A's. Who's my A's? Raise your hand. Who's my D's? Noah. Okay. Okay, now why is it A, folks? I understand that you think it's positive and positive, but no. You want to make sure you have an answer that when it goes, oh, that's the wrong one. Okay. All right. Your light bulb went off. The number has to go in there to get 0. The objective is always to get what? 0. Are we good? Okay, yeah.
So like when it's just like when it doesn't have like a number in front of it and it's just like x and then plus something, yeah, you can just do the opposite.
Okay, very good. Opposite. Here we go. What's different? More flavor.
Oh, you just subtract 18.
Whoa, that's so easy for you guys. Okay? I heard some people, what did you want to do, Noah? Subtract 18 from both sides, right? So then when you rewrite the equation, it is 4x squared minus 21x minus 18 is equal to what? 0. Okay? Go for it. Okay, so Beckett here helped me out. She wrote down the factors. Do we all agree here? Okay, but she did. Then we have to remember. Technically, anyone split it? Who are my splitters? You like to split it? It's a very good way to organize your thoughts. Some people just naturally can look at this equation and just know what the answer is. They know the answer is going to be negative, right? And then you got 3/4 because you have to, divide by that the coefficient and multiply by that number. Over here, it would be just 6. So we have our answers right there. Are we good? All right. The lesson is technically done. Good luck for those people listening to it. And then, but you guys is not done. You have to